Okay, so you know today, right, I'm just going to explain the basic HTML like structure of the page. Okay, so let me create quick the index page, and then style, right? Yes. So in index page, I mean the problem, right, for everyone, right, in the beginning is really like visualizing yourself. Means when you put some tag like paragraph or div or section, what happened there, what exactly happening, right? We don't know, I mean we have no idea what happened, right? So that is the problem. Means you have to come up with this thinking power, right? Means visualize, when you make something in the page, you should know in your brain, make an image, right, exactly what happened there in the page. Basic of yes, okay. So if you look at this, right, how what should I do when I'm creating a page, right? First I will link my CSS, correct? In this class I think I will not go too much detail, right? But for structure, let's talk about structure, right? So I'm going to use semantic tag, okay? Semantic tag, right? So what is this body? Okay, what is this body, right? That is what you have to understand first. What is this body? I mean, all our text, everything will go inside the body, right? So what is exactly that? So let's put it some like a one more thing, right? I told you before also, you have to have, you just put this margin 0, because we know already all this. So I want to bring it again 0 to reset everything, right? And box sizing, border box. This is the first thing you always add in your CSS. Okay, the next one, you link your like a Google font, right? Put the Google font here. Okay, so that will be Google font. Then inside the body, right, you can, inside the body, you can add your like a font family of the Google, whatever the font you are using, right? You can put there. So let's say for example I will use something from within my computer, right? I'll just use this for now. Okay,
Sorry, sir.
yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah, it's recording already. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So so this body, I just added the font family. I can use font size also, right? These are the few things, but whatever in the body will apply to all over the place. Okay, except like inline element like a tag, or maybe you have a, maybe what else, my input tag, there you have to like inherit, or you add your own font family again, right? So let's say 14 pixel. Okay, and the color, right? If I can make the color of the font also color, I can say something. Let's choose this, right? But I want to change this. Okay, I want something, not the complete blue, right? Maybe something like a, something in a bluish, something like that. So if I click on this, I can get this like a hex code. Okay, so that is what my font color. Now, what is exact the body, right? So that is important to know. So let's put a background color. I want, if that is my font, right? Maybe then I want what kind of background color? Maybe, I don't know. I think really that will be not complete white, right? But little, little shaded, Okay. Oh God. Okay, let me copy this and then I will undo, right? Background color will be this. Okay. So the point here now, the point what I'm trying to say, right, is this. Okay, that's my body, right? It right now it's showing the whole page, right? Whole the website, okay, whole page. Yeah. What is this now? Just imagine this is the screen of your device, like a laptop, mobile, whatever, right? When you inspect, and you go to responsive design or maybe mobile, right? So this is a mobile device. You're going to see maybe iPhone, you're going to have a tablet, yeah, whatever you select, right? You know, these are the size of the device. So that's the body. That's the body, right? That's what you have to understand. The body is the screen. Body is basically the whole screen. Now it's my job, right, to design it. So what I will do, I will have a header, right? Because you always need a header. So what is div, right? If I bring the cursor here, look at the definition. The div element has no special meaning at all. We're using div before, right? It's like a dead man, like a dead person, right? Means it does not have any special meaning. A special meaning for who? The browser, Google Chrome or Firefox or whoever, right? The browser should does not know when you're using div. Means everything will be working fine, but browser has no idea what is this, right? But in the place of div, in the HTML5, what happened, right? The people get more smart and they say, oh, no, let's make it semantic tag, right? For different section. So for header section, they replace the div, right? And they put header. That's it. This is the header section. So if I bring my cursor on the top, right? Now look at that. The header element represent introductory content for its nearest ancestor. Sectioning content, right? Or sectioning root element. A header typically contain a group of introductory or navigational, basically navigation, logo, things like that inside the header. Okay. So now browser know when you have header, right? The Google Chrome know, oh, this is a header. It should have the link and other stuff, right? Okay. Yeah. So browser should know, already what should be in the header. When you bring here, that's it has a special meaning for the browser. So what it means, right? All the semantic tag has a special meaning. So how you gonna do right now? You just don't use div. You have a section like that, and then you're gonna have what? You're gonna have a footer, right? That's it. So you have header, section, and footer. So I will just put here h1, right, for now, logo, and section I will call it like a h1, maybe about me, and then I will call it like a class. This is a main section, right? Main. Even let's say there will be many section, right? So why not we put a main here, right? And then put all our important thing inside this main. Let's divide in three different part, right? So so I can call it, let's call it a hero section. Okay, so that will be about me. Maybe there will be some paragraph about something, maybe there will be image and all that, right? And then there is a footer after that, right? So here will be p tag, footer. Okay, footer. So let's say you have many things inside here, you have to basically learn how to structure that, how you're going to group it, right? When there is more than two element in one side, right, you must put inside the section, inside like a one box, right? Always do that because you cannot live separate, let's imagine, right? In the hero section, I have left side and the right side. So these are on the left side and the other will be right side, right? Image will be on the right side. Then I have to think, oh my god, how I can do that. Let's for example image, let's put image here, right? I have image, maybe find out. Let's copy this, right? Maybe there is no image. Okay, this will be better, right? So what I will do, I'll just create image folder, right? And right click, paste. Okay, so this step-by-step process. I mean, you just get things and put together and all that, right? But anyway, let's say I have an image on the right side. Okay, so I will just bring my image now. Yeah, and then I call it tribute page, something like that. Okay, now this is a logo, right? And then maybe I'm gonna have a link and all that. So I will have a header, have a link also. So I say nav class name, right? Nav, and then I'm gonna have a what ul, right? For link ul with class name, I will call it links. These are the few steps you have to remember, and then li, right? With the class name, maybe link item, and then a tag, right? You can use a tag, and with the class name, what you can call it maybe link, right? And this is the home page, for example. Okay, so I will just break it down, right? And then maybe you're gonna have like a couple of link, right? Something like that. Okay, so okay, so my mistake now. Control Z. I need to have whole list item, right? Many times, not the only link, but this would be the link now. So you just have to change home, about, whatever, right? Contact and all that. Okay, so right now I'm talking about this. You got the header section, fine. You have the main, right? Let's call it class name, also give a main, because you need to make it like a unique, right? If you are using class to select all your element, then just use a class, right? Let's call it main, like that. Okay, so I have this now. Tell me, right, how I'm gonna put this on the left side and this on the right side. How am I gonna do that? Anyone? Produce, you not who is there? Produce, or maybe uh Jen, right? Can you help me now here, right? How am I gonna group this and this on the left and right? If you check the website, right? Let's go back and check the website. Okay, so now if we go live view, right? Okay, it looks something like this. Okay, but I want my text, right? I want all this in the center, right? Maybe 80% in the center, and I want this text on the left side and the image on the right side of my box. So how am I gonna get that?
Okay, Dev, I think we'll go to CSS and under main class
Main.
on CSS
Okay,
main,
okay.
yes. Oh no, under hero.
Hero. Okay, so let's go to here, right? So I'll say
On
hero.
yeah,
Okay, and then
then we're gonna align text on sorry, can you go back to HTML?
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna align text on um left.
That will okay. So align text right, left. It will not work, right? It's not gonna work. Okay, if you do align text left, let's say align item, right? Maybe left. Let's, for example, if you do that, what gonna happen, right? Let's check. Oh, where is the page? This one, I see. It's all aligned left. My thing is, these things has to go on the left side, something like that. Something. Let's say this is my page, right? This is the whole is a screen, but I want my page to be center like this. Okay, here, right? I want my page like this, uh, like that. Then I'm gonna have the nav bar, right? So that is my main container, maybe. Then I'm gonna have a nav bar like this, correct? Then inside this header, right, I want my logo and all that in the center like that. Okay, okay, now I'm going to the main section, right? Main section. So this is my main section, right? That's the main. Okay, Now in the main here, what should I do now? I need two box now, correct? So that is the text, right? Hero, that is a hero box. And then I'm gonna need the image now, right? So on the right side like that. Okay. So to achieve this goal, right? I have a main, and inside is a hero. So hero, inside the hero there is a text and the image, right? So let's say hero is the container. Hero is the container. That means I need to put a hero here, right? Wrapped all this inside, right? That is, but now I need to put this. These are also a container, okay? These are all, text is a container and image is a container, right? So that's what you have to think now, okay? So see, you have to figure out that section, right? Every section. So if you look at our code, we have a hero, but we don't have container for this. Why I said, right, when you have more than one line of code, let's say for example, I will just select hero, right, and I apply I will just apply maybe margin, what you call that, margin center, right, for example, okay. Hero, or maybe display flex, right, let's do that. If I do that, what gonna happen now? Look at this site, right? It moves now, it moves on the left and right, see, but I have a h1 here, paragraph here, all they are the child of the hero. They all are child of the hero, right? But no, I want these two in the one container. So, and this will be in the one section, right? So that's what I need to do now. So here, right, I'm going to bring this another section, maybe more, and call it hero of a class name, right? Hero dash text. That's what I can call. So all my text will go inside that. Soon I do this and look at that. Look at now, right? So now I have how many child? This is the first child and this is the second child. That's it. I just need two child, right, inside my hero box. So I have already done hero flex, right? So if you go back and check now, so look at that. So now there is a heading on the top and a paragraph here, right? And the image is on the right side. So at least it getting structure now. But before that, let's make all our things in the center, the way I said, right? Like let's center all these, okay? So I need one wrapper container. Simple, right? So let's create that. What I will do, I will just go here, wrapper, right? And then I said, I will just give a width of maybe 80% of the screen, and max width, right, I will make it maybe 1200 pixel, okay. And once I give the width, right, I can center it. How? Because now there will be a lot of margin on the right side. So I will say margin 0, top and bottom, left and right, auto. That's it. So I'm going to use this class to center everything now, right? So either what you can do, right, either you can wrap the whole thing. If you are using the same size, right, either you wrap whole thing, but let's say that will not gonna work, right, because you want maybe your header background all the way, okay. So the problem is you put it inside here. So let's call it div, right, dot wrapper, and then wrap everything inside this one. Done, uh, and look at here, look at that, right. Okay, so this is already in the center now, see that it is already in the center, right? So now let's talk about this one now, our this section, right? So that is what, that is the main section. So main is the whole screen. Then you have a section hero, right? So I can just put wrapper here, and that should be fine. So if you go back, look at that now, okay? It is also in the center. So why don't we give some border, right, and then figure that out, okay? So let's give a border.
The only time I blend in is when I'm blending my makeup. I do not like blending in the crowds. Never have, never will. I like to stand out. I like to be extra. No,
Okay,
let's see.
whose mic is on there,
I do
Okay.
not like blending in the crowds. Never have, never will. I like to stand
Uh,
out. I like. The only time I blend in is when I'm blending my makeup. I do not like blending in the crowds. Never have.
let me, whose mic is it? Let me turn off that. Bang. Okay. So, this is the wrapper, right? The way you wrap it, then if you go back here, that's already in the center, but I want to give a like a border, right, to main, and then also to the header, right, header. So let's call it, because we're going to use like universally same class, right? Means just use a class to select element. Okay, let's get it more like organized, right? So if I say dot header, and then I have a background color, let's say maybe steel blue, right, something like that. So what's gonna happen now? If you look at and also the main, right, main, I just want to give a border, border of 2 pixel, solid red, and then we have a wrapper, right? So I want to give also the some border to wrapper, so you guys can see exactly 2 pixel, solid orange. Okay, okay, let's check now side. That will be much more different now. So look at that. That's how it looks now, our side, right? It's already in the center. That's the wrapper. See that wrapper now, the orange border. The background is header, and this whole thing is what? This whole thing is main. Now you apply flex, right? Now you can add just the image, you make it image small. Let's say text will take maybe 2 part of here, right? And the image will take 1 part. So you can now make it small and all that. So that's, I mean, this is the way, right? I mean, you have to just think how you're going to structure your page. Okay, this little bit difficult, that's why in the beginning we went through all that exercise, right, to just learn how to structure the page. That was important. I mean, without that it will be not easy to think all this, right? So let's fix this one. Okay, first we want to start from heading. Okay, let's do the heading, right? And it will also look nicer. So in our heading, right, what is there now? There is some bullet point, because we are using what? Look at this. We are using UL, right? We have a tag and all that. So we can reset that. Normally what we do here, just here, right? We can just, or maybe just below this. Let's say we can apply a tag, right? And we say text decoration. No, that will be always there. And then you can even give a color, right? If you want. Yeah, let's give a color. Or let's leave it the color for now. And then you have UL tag, right? You can say list style type will be none. That's it. So these two things you can apply, right, easily, always in the reset part. Then you go down here. Now in, if you look at this header, right, class header, so we are inside the wrapper now, right? This is the parent for h1 and the nav. There is 2 children. Okay, nav and the h1. So what I will do, I will just call it uh, header text, maybe, right, something like that. So that I will select because I don't want to mess with the wrapper. This has a special job, right? But I can select header text and do the work now. So I'll just say dot, or let's go to header, below the header here, right? I'll say dot header text, and that is the parent for 2 child logo and the UL tag, right? Or basically nav. So I can say display flex, and then I'm gonna give a align item, right, center, and justify content. I want to put it space between. Okay, space between, right, horizontally. Look at now. So see that it looks now this, right? See that the logo is there and this text is there. So this logo is H1, right? So let's go back our style now. So I can select H1 for now, and let's give it maybe font size of 38 pixel and font weight maybe 500, something like that. And then we can give it color, right? Make it color little white. Yeah, something quick, right? After that is what? After that is nav, right? Nav. The nav, inside the nav, if you go back here inside the nav, you have UL tag, and this is the child now, right? Is the link. These are the child. So let's call it a home, about me, contact, but and then login, right? Something like that. So yeah, so these are the list now, and this is the parent. UL is the parent for all this. So I will just select the links and then apply the style here. So what I do dot links, and that will be display flex. And then I will put a gap of 20, maybe let's make it 36 pixel, right? Something like that. See how much is that. And if soon I do that, right, you're gonna see a lot much more different. See that? Okay, there is a tag, right? And I need to give the color also to that a tag, because these are the a tag. Okay, so let's go back, and then so that will be a, right? So that is what link now, link, right? So the color will be white, right? White. You can increase the font size to maybe 18 pixel, and then what else? Yeah, that is okay. It looks something like that. Okay, we can let's make it capitalized, right? So list is no, text transfer, right? Text transfer, I think, yeah, uppercase. It looks like that. Login. Can we make this login the button? You can, right? You can make that button also if you want. So what if you want to hover here, right? If you want to hover, you want to change something, you want to make it something different. So that is the link, right? Link. So simple, what you can do, dot link colon hover, right? And then when you hover on that link, let's change the color, right? Color should be maybe, that's the white, but I want to make it little darker, right? So not a complete white, I will bring it little bit something like that. Okay. And then yeah, so let's do that. See, so it is happening instance, right? Instance means very fast. Okay, so we can delay that, right? So that is transition. Okay, so that is transition, right? So transition you have to apply on your parent here. So the transition, right, should be all, just make it all, right? And maybe 0.4 second. Okay, so it will just delay the process, right? Now it will become more smooth. See, so if I remove now, right, this the background, whatever the border there, if I remove that, that will be wrapper. Let's remove the wrapper border, and then also in the header, right? Background is that where it, okay, that's fine. I think there is no more. So this is for the main, right? Main. So if I go to the main, that I will remove that as well. So it looks something like that. Okay, so this is exactly that. You guys need to learn how to make simple things like this. If you understand and do it something simple like this, right, then you will fully start understanding. But you have to practice, make it box, put things together, separate, put left, right, up and down, wherever, right? That is what you have to do. Okay, all right, so now let's fix this one quickly. Okay, so what is that one? So that is the main hero wrapper, right? So that is the section hero text and the image. So let's give a class name here. I will call it image, right? Maybe. So what I want, right? What I want is I want this to occupy maybe this to occupy maybe like a 2-part, right? So this hero text. So that is the width, right? Basically, you can give a width or flex, flex. Let's make it flex like a 2, right? And the image, you have to make image now. Maybe flex, give it to 1, see what happens. Any change? No change, right? Why? So the parent here, who is the parent now? Hero. Hero is the parent. Okay, so hero has to be, where is hero now? Okay, let's bring this up. This width, let's make it width, right? Width of 100%. And okay, still nothing happened. Why not? Okay, so if I give a width of max width, right? Let's give it max width of 600 pixels. What's gonna happen? An image. So also image, right? In an image, we have to make an image like a width 100%. Let's see the object fit, right? This is the one thing we always have problem, right? Like how to fix image within the size and all that. I mean, you can basically give, right, the size to the image like a width. You can give a width and height, right? Let's say 250 pixel. That will work, okay? But the okay, something is wrong, right? Here, if you do that, right, that will work. Okay, that is fine, right? But we don't want to do that, we don't want, right? What we want is we want this two, right? Maybe taking 50%. So flex. So okay, so hero display flex, align, justify content in the center, and align item, right? If I do align item center, what's gonna happen? It will move down, right? I don't want that. Okay, let's put a border, right? Because 2 pixel solid red, it looks something like that. See, that is the size, right? Because because of the flex box, it will shrink to the highest numbers. I mean, whatever is the longest one, right, or biggest one. So the image is controlling the size right now. Okay, so if I remove the image right here, okay, let's remove the text also and remove this also, right, and see what happens. Because the image is big, it just take whole size, right? So that is what happening here. So how are we going to fix that? We can both container, we can give the width. Now let's give a width of 50%, and here also width of 50%. That should be fine. So it looks something like that. Yeah. Let's not center it now, right here. Align item, that is vertical, not center that. So it will be on the top, right? Now you can give a gap also. Okay, gap, right? So where is the gap now? Display flex and gap of 24 pixel. So it looks something like that. You can even control the width of this paragraph. Okay, right? So now you have a heading. You can style this heading, style the paragraph, make it some gap between that, So that heading is what here, right? So let's call this class main heading, right? And then yeah, I mean you can select dot main heading, and what you can do, right? Font size, let's say 48 pixel. Okay, font weight is 700 maybe. Then okay, font color, right? So color, so we can make it little dark. Yeah, let's make it some margin bottom, right? Margin bottom 24 pixel. We move it down, right? Then this paragraph, you can control the paragraph. So the paragraph is what? Hero. Okay, let's say dot hero p tag, right? Or maybe hero text paragraph. Okay, you can select like this also. It's okay, right? We can say max width will be only 300 pixel, not more than that, right? Or around maybe 500. How much is 500? Yeah, so it will stuck there. It will not grow more than that. I mean, you can, when you go responsive, right, you can make it responsive, but it will not grow more than that. Okay, so what happened, right? You just have to start making something simple like this. Then you make another section again, right? After you're done with this, you can add button here. Let's add a button, right? One button before we go. So let's say in this section I want to have a button, right? Click here. Okay, so I will say class name btn, right? So I'll just select dot btn. I can put background color, but maybe let's say blue, right? But not the dark blue, maybe something like this. Okay, now that's the button, right? If I go check my site now, see there is a button. Okay, so I need to have a text, right? Color should be what? White maybe, right? See, so the button has what? The border, right? So always do the border none to button. Now you can increase, right? You can give a width of like a 250 pixel and height, right? Height of maybe 61 or whatever pixel, you can do that also. Okay, you can increase the font size, right? Font size to 24 pixel because that's big. So this is inline element. Button is what? Inline element. So let's make it display, right? Display, make it like a block element. See what happened. Okay, that's the block now, right? Now you can give a margin top. Okay, margin top, right? How much? Maybe 25 pixel. It drop down, right? So I will show you one thing now. How you gonna make hover effect here? When you hover, right, to the button, how you gonna do that? So that's 250 is too much, right? Let's make it to 180. Okay. You can also use a padding. I mean, you don't have to use the width and height, right? You can give a padding as well. You can remove this two, right, and make a padding. You can do that better, right? Okay. Like for example, if you just do it padding, right? So top and bottom maybe 12 pixel, and left and right how much? 24 pixel. That should be fine. It looks something like that. Yeah. So let's add the hover effect. Hover, right? So dot btn. When you hover on the, it should have a cursor pointer, right? So when you hover, the hand will come now. See. Okay, but I also want to change the background color, right? Background color, I want it maybe a little bit different. So go back here and I want something, something like that. Okay, So when you hover, okay, it did not change, right? There is, okay, btn, no, I need to put a hover, guys. Okay, now only it will work, right? See, so it's very fast, right? Hover is very fast. So how are you going to change the transition to make it transition here, right? Transition, oh no, not transfer, transition, right? The transition should be all and maybe 0.4 seconds. Simple, just use simple trick like this, right? So it will be more smooth, okay? Even you can give some border radius here, right? Like 3 pixels. So that will be border radius 3 pixel, okay? It's more curved, right? So see, you can make a nice button like this. Now you can remove the whole section border, right? So that is the hero here, okay? Delete that, save, and see. So how are we going to bring this footer to the bottom, so maybe I will explain next day, right? So you can maybe convert this 3 section in a flex box, right? And give this one to occupy the whole space, like make it flex 1, right? And it will push it down this one to the bottom. Okay, that footer is here right now because our body, right, means what? Only occupy the content will only occupy to the size of its whatever the content, right now is up to here. So if you keep adding more content, this footer will go down, but no, I want this footer always down, right? So you can just basically work with this. Let's say in body, right, there is a header, that's the header, then you have main, right, and then footer, correct? So you can just apply maybe in the body. I think we can do it in the body also, yeah. Let's say display flex, right? If you do display flex, see, all of them go like this, crazy, right? Because it goes horizontal, so now you have to do flex direction, so should be column, right? Now it get column here. But what I want to do now, right, I want this one to grow maximum, okay? So that is a hero, right? That is a, not hero, but what is that? That's the header, the main, right? Dot main. Okay, so let's select the main. So just below here, I'll just say dot main, and I said flex, means just make it 1, right? And see what happens. It will just grow. Why did not grow? Okay, sorry, I have to make it, now I have to give a height, right, to this body. Without height it will not gonna work. Height, I have to make it 100 VH. And now look at that, right? So footer is already in the bottom, you have the this on the top and about here, right? Everything will be in the center. So if I just select footer, right, for now, I'll just give a simple style to footer. Is that class footer? Class footer, right? Okay, so the footer class, and I'm saying just give a background color to see it, right? Background color, oh sorry, background color, maybe anything, let's make it something like this. And then right, text align center, let's make some padding, okay, so you can see the size, right? Top and bottom 12 pixel, left and right make it 0 for now. Footer does not have a wrapper, right? Footer does not have a wrapper, okay? So we can just add for now here. Okay, so basically we have to add another div, right? Or we can put a div here with class name wrapper and then wrap this, right? Save that, and now look at this. So height, so see that there is the footer. Okay, so you can make simple, this is what you have to structure, right? I mean, we have to learn about responsive and all that. Maybe if you get time, okay, let's do one more class tomorrow in this HTML CSS, right? And we talk about this structure again. But there is a different way you can achieve same thing. You can use a grid also, but you know, simple, most of the time you can use flex. Okay, the grid will be only for your complex design. Okay guys, so let me stop